One important innovation of the United States was that of a secular government. Although the majority of the U.S. at the time of the Revolutionary War was Protestant Christian, there was no national church that was formed, unlike in England, and the First Amendment would later guarantee that citizens had the right to practice their religion as they saw fit. The founding father and future president Thomas Jefferson was a strong believer in the separation of church and state, and in 1779 he drafted a bill for the establishment of religious freedom. He believed that religious freedom was a natural right given to man by God himself, and that to interfere with that right and compel people to worship a certain way was against the desires of God. Thomas Jefferson was a product of the Enlightenment, a movement which proposed that man's reasoning abilities would lead them to the correct conclusions in how to order society and their own lives without threat of coercion. Thus, Jefferson believed that reason, not blind faith, made God's existence evident to all reasonable people, as God had planned, and coercion in matters of religion would only lead to corruption of belief, with it being subject to the agendas and dogmatic ideas of others. A lesser-known fact about Thomas Jefferson is that he created his own edited version of the Bible called The Life and Morals of Jesus of Nazareth, more commonly known as the Jefferson Bible, which he never officially published. He cut out sections of the text in the New Testament, erasing anything having to do with the miracles Jesus performed. Thomas Jefferson had a great admiration for the moral teachings of Jesus Christ, but he was not a traditional Christian. He was a deist, someone who believed in God, but did not believe that God intervened directly in the world in the way the Bible describes. This non-traditional belief that Jefferson held likely contributed to his strong belief in the freedom for individuals to believe and worship how they wished. It was not Jefferson's intention to weaken religion in the nation by prohibiting the governmental enforcement of religious belief. On the contrary, Jefferson believed that government and religion would both be better off if they were both kept separate from each other. Religious belief would be able to thrive and grow better in individuals if they were not subject to the government's edicts. Further, religious belief that was coerced was a corruption of true belief, and was focused more on power and authority, rather than adherence to actual principles. Yet, in the modern day, religious observance wanes with each successive generation. This has led many self-described evangelicals and Christian nationalists to try to make the character of the United States government Christian, to promote Christian values in the nation. As Thomas Jefferson predicted, this perversion of government and religion together has led to the marginalization of many who do not believe and worship a certain way, and the corruption of religious principles, with the bigger emphasis being placed on enforcing respect for a certain brand of Christianity rather than actual integrity.